Hello there, you are welcome to this video tutorial on the topic capacity, mass, time and money. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the relationships between the 7 units of time. This means that the lesson is focused on time, particularly the relationships that exist between its units. It is most often the case that each and every event or activity that goes on in your life requires the use of time. When you are cooking, you need time. When you are learning, you need time. When you are sleeping, you need adequate time. In the same way, during examination, you need time. This means that time is very vital in the life of each and every one. From these examples stated, what then can we say time is? Actually, time is a period within which an event occurs. This means that time is the working frame of each and every activity or an event. Now there comes the question, what is used to measure time? I know you are thinking about that and you have gotten the answer, right? We can summarize by saying that time is measured using the clock or the watches. Let us now take a look at a picture of a clock and a watch. So this is a picture of the clock, normally called the wall clock. On the right side also we have the picture of the wristwatch. Now let's move on to the units of time, which is the focus of this lesson. But before that, let's watch this video.
A second is the length of this gong. A minute is the length of this song. And if you listen to it 60 times, you'll have listened an hour long. A second is the length of this pop. A minute is 60 of them non-stop. 60 minutes is an hour, that's way more pops. You get the idea. We can go ahead and stop the pops. The day has 20.
From this video, we can infer the following. The basic unit of time is seconds. Other units of time include the following: minute, hour, day, week, month, year. These are not the only units. There are other units that you can think of. I give it as an assignment to you. Let us now therefore consider the relationships between the units of time, talking about the second, minutes, hour, day, week, month, and year. But then, let's watch this video.
And I'm sure that you would agree, that's a lot easier to remember than however many seconds that would be. 60 seconds a minute, 60 minutes an hour, 24 hours a day. Is that too tough for us to learn? No way. 60 seconds a minute, 60 minutes an hour, 24 hours a day. Is that too tough for us to learn? No way.
You get it right? So from this video, we saw that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Let us look at how the clock moves. The clock has 3 hands. We have the longest one, which represents the second. We have the longer one, which represents the minute. And finally, the shorter one also represents the hour. The interval between the 12 and 1 is further divided into 5 equal divisions. So, when the second hand is on the first mark of the divisions, it represents 1 second. So by the time the second hand moves from the 12 to 1, it represents 5 seconds. This interval is the same as the interval between the 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and it continues back to the 12. When the second hand moves 60 times, it is equal to a minute. This is how we illustrate that. In the same way, when the minute hand moves 60 times, it is equal to 1 hour. At that time, the second hand might have moved 3,600 times. This is how we illustrate that one too. I have already stated that the shortest hand of the clock represents the hour hand. Let us take the interval between the 12 and 1 as an illustration of the hour. When the shortest hand moves from 12 to 1, it represents 1 hour. This is the same for the interval between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and it continues back to the 12. When the hour hand moves 24 times, it is equal to 1 day. From this clock, we can count only up to 12 hours. Therefore, in order for us to read the 24 hours, the hour hand, is starting from the 12, must undergo 2 revolutions before we can read the 24 hours. This is how we illustrate that. From these illustrations, we can use this table to summarize all that we have done. We have said that the units of time are second, minute, hour, day, week, month, and year. They have their respective symbols. Second is S, minute is MIN, hour is H, day is DY, week is WK, month is MO, year is YR. In the same way, relationships exist among them. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, which is the same as 3,600 seconds. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. 1 week is 7 days. 1 month is 4 weeks. And finally, 1 year is 12 months. 12 months is the same as 52 weeks. And it is the same as 365 days. I hope you have gotten the various relationships that exist between the units of time. Now take this self-assessment. How many seconds make 1 day? How many minutes make 1 day? And finally, how many hours make 2 days? Try your hands on these. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay blessed.